Alright, so getting straight into it, one of the first things that you need to do is find a winning product. And there's so many different ways that you can do this. There's various different methods and various different strategies that you can use. But in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can find high performing products on Amazon. And even though you're not going to be drop shipping the product directly on Amazon, you can definitely use the data from Amazon for you to know exactly which item you're going to drop ship on any platform that you're thinking about using. And the way that it works is very simple. All you need to do is head over to the Amazon homepage. From here, what you're going to do is click on bestsellers, just like that. From this point, you're going to have all of these different options on the left hand side when it comes to all of these different categories, but for the purposes of today's video, I'm going to click on electronics and photo. And if you're not sure of exactly how this page works, what Amazon is doing is obviously showing you the best sellers, which means that these are the most popular items right now that people are buying on a regular basis. And just taking a look at number 18 on the list, as well as number 19, they're smartwatches, Bluetooth smartwatches to be exact, which means that this could be an item that we might want to do a little bit more research into. And the way that you can do a little bit more research is by using a product research tool. And the one that I use nowadays is called Helium 10. And the reason why I like it is that it's going to be able to show you a lot of useful information when it comes to you knowing exactly which item is the most popular on Amazon in terms of the money that's being spent on it. And just to show you a quick example of how it works. So what I do is go over here to the Google Chrome extension tool and click on Helium 10 just like that. From here, I click on X-Ray Amazon product research. And straight away, it's going to show us a lot of useful information. Like for example, the fact that over £1 million was spent on smartwatches in the last 30 days. And it's also going to show us how much money each individual smartwatch is making. So we can see this smartwatch over here was able to generate over £140,000 in the last 30 days. And the top performing smartwatch, which is this one over here, was able to make over £220,000 in the last 30 days. And as I already said, you may not want to sell the product directly on Amazon, but with this information, you're now going to be able to know exactly which type of item may be best for you to sell on another dropshipping platform. And if you did want to sign up to Helium 10 so that you can go away after watching this video and do your own product research, then you can do that by clicking the link in my description down below for a discount. Alright guys, so moving on to the second thing that you need to do once you found a product that you're happy to sell is to now pick a supplier. And there's various different suppliers out there, but the top 3 beginner suppliers that I normally recommend people to use is either AliExpress, CJ Dropshipping, or Alibaba. In my opinion, these are the easiest ones to use, but there are some pros and cons that you need to be aware of depending on which one you choose. And I've got one pro and one con right here for each of these different suppliers. So starting off with one of the cons of using AliExpress, which is that there's various different vendors with various different qualities. So if you're not sure of exactly how AliExpress works, it's a website where you're going to be able to go into and there's going to be so many different sellers. It's very similar to how eBay or Amazon works, where normal people can go on there and sell any item that they want. Sometimes it may be a big company that's very professional, or it may be someone from their house. So when it comes to using AliExpress, you can expect that there's going to be different qualities depending on what product you're trying to sell and which vendor you're trying to use. However, one of the main pros is that there's a lot of different products to choose from and there's also a lot of inventory. So over my many years of building various different e-commerce stores and dropshipping stores, any item that I've been looking to sell, most of the time, 95% of the time, it's always been available on AliExpress. There's rarely ever been a situation where I've tried to look for a winning product that I saw someone else having success with and it wasn't on AliExpress. So that's definitely one of the biggest advantages when it comes to using this particular method of fulfilling your orders. However, moving on to one of the main cons of using Alibaba, which is that you can expect that you're going to get longer delivery times when it comes to using their dropshipping center. However, one of the main pros is that Alibaba is a great way for you to find a dedicated supplier that specializes in the type of item that you're selling. Because with this, you're going to get somewhat of a specialized level of service and quality. When it comes to me deciding on which supplier to use, I like to go with one that focuses on one type of category, because if my business is centered around that category, I know that I'm going to be able to use just that one supplier and grow and scale with them. And moving on to CJ Dropshipping, if you're not sure of exactly what this is because you've never heard of it, it's similar to a dropshipping agent where they go directly to the manufacturer, buy the products from them, and then they hold it in their warehouses. However, one of the main cons is that they don't really have that many products available, or their product database is not as big as these 2 other options. However, one of the main advantages is that they do have options for local warehouses in places like the United States, which means that you're going to be able to have the option to offer your customers really quick delivery, in some cases between 3 to 5 days. But whichever supplier that you decide to go with is completely up to you. Whether you want to go with the ones that I just went through now or a completely different one, whatever the case is, you're just going to need to pick a supplier. From there, you now need to move over to signing up to your chosen platform. And when I say chosen platform, you need to decide on which e-commerce website you're going to list your products on for you to be able to sell them. And if you are looking to go down the route of doing dropshipping, these are the platforms that I'd recommend that you use, mainly Shopify and eBay. The reason why I would say that you shouldn't use Amazon is because because they have strict policies in place when it comes to making sure that you get the product to the customer within 3 days. And most times when it comes to drop shipping from a supplier, they're not going to be able to do that every single time. Shopify is obviously good because you're going to be able to build your own website and take control and run your dropshipping business in the way that you want. And when it comes to Wix, because I've never used it before, I can't really speak on it too much, but because Wix allows you to build your own website, similar to how Shopify does, and I've used Shopify with majority of my dropshipping stores, that's the reason why I tend to recommend it to beginners out there that are looking to get started. Similar to eBay, because I've personally used it when it comes to building my e-commerce business to over $1 million, that's the reason why I know that it's a great option for those of you out there that are looking to sell on the marketplace. And finally, with WooCommerce, I tried to use it one time, it was completely complicated, so I switched back to Shopify straight away and I've been using them ever since. Alright, so once you've found a winning product, you've picked your supplier, and you've also decided on your chosen platform, the next thing that you need to do after that is create your business. And when I say create your business, what this means is that you need to come up with a business name, you need to have somewhat of a business plan in terms of what type of items that you're thinking about selling. You need to essentially brand your store and kind of have a vision of where you want to take your business over the next year, over the next 2 years. Now, one of the best ways that I'd recommend someone to do this is to find a successful seller that is selling similar products to what you want to sell, and they're also making money on a regular basis. And then from that point, it's going to be a simple case of you replicating their store, copying their blueprint, and just seeing exactly how they've done things. But whatever the case is, you just need to make sure that you've got a solid business plan and you understand what type of business that you're trying to build over the long term. And moving on to one of the final things that you need to do once you have found your winning products and you know exactly what type of business you're trying to build, is that you need to start listing products. Now, there's two main ways that you can list products on any one of those two platforms that I mentioned, eBay or Shopify. You can either do it manually, which is where you're going to copy and paste all of the images, the description from your chosen supplier's website, and then one by one you're going to list the products on your store. Or what you can do is do things a little bit more automated, where you can use the software. And one of the softwares that I recommend is AutoDS, because it's a very simple process of you signing up for an AutoDS account, connecting your eBay or Shopify store to your AutoDS account. From there, whenever you go into your supplier's website, all you need to do is just copy and paste the URL, paste it into AutoDS, and from there it's going to be a simple job of you going through the listing, making sure that everything's okay in terms of the images, in terms of the variants. And once you have checked everything and everything is up to your standard and you're ready for customers to start viewing it on your store, all you need to do is click on save and import. So whichever route you're looking to go down, whether you're looking to do things manually or automated, you just need to understand that for you to take the first step, for you to potentially become successful with your dropshipping business, it's all going to come from you listing the products that you found when you did your product research. But of course, there's a little bit more that goes into starting a dropshipping store. I just wanted to give you the 5 steps that you need to be aware of if you're a complete beginner. But if you want to get a little bit more information on what I personally did when it came to starting one of my first ever dropshipping stores and getting that to the point of me making over $1,000 per day in profit, then you can watch a completely free webinar by clicking the first link in the description down below. Or if you rather watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago where I break down some other important things that you need to know when it comes to starting, growing and scaling your dropshipping business, things that I didn't really touch on in today's video, then make sure you click the link right there. Check that out straight after this one because it's already helped out so many people and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.